The keyword is public.
People want transparency in their government. They want public servants acting in the public interest. They want to know that money that the legislature has earmarked for programs and entities actually gets to those programs and entities. So essentially, people want to have confidence in the government.
Confidence without the corruption. Acting Chief Prosecutor Heather Zona leads the Government Corruption Division.
I will say that we are reviewing a number of matters.
The division strengthening ties with Guam OPA, looking at situations where business is done under the table, in the back room, and hidden.
We're going to investigate and prosecute all violations that affect government integrity. And that could include bribery or kickbacks or contract, procurement fraud, nepotism. Those are just some examples that our division will be looking into and may very well be looking into right now.
While it may be some time before any details of an investigation looking into government corruption is released to the public, the chief prosecutor gives a rundown of some of the corruption
ideas
to
that come
be
to
on the
mind
lookout for.
are when we have a public servant, for example, who's demanding or taking money or favors in exchange for public services that we're all entitled to anyway because they're public. You can also think of situations where a politician after election might use his or her office for the purpose of improperly awarding a contract or saying something like, well, now everyone in this office needs to be fired and everyone in my family will be hired. We hear about where private companies pay bribes to get favorable treatment or to avoid regulations, things like that.
It happens.
It happens. It happens a lot. And actually, it hurts all of us.
The division was recently announced under the new AG Doug Moylan administration, just days after Vigilance Committee President Lee Weber gave this keynote address on Moylan's swearing-in ceremony.
Guam is on a very slippery slope when it comes to transparency, public safety, prosecution, confinement of criminals, as well as the executive and legislative points of ensuring we maintain an open government. Another very slippery slope in this government is the depth and breadth and lack of financial transparency. In excess of $2 billion has slid through the fingers of government officials without clear, definitive, open declaration of to whom, where, when, why, and how it went. So I urge our public auditor to look deeply into that.
Meantime, Zona says the public's help is key. For now, any suspected cases of government corruption can be reported via email at gcd@oagguam.org. A website and phone line is being set up as well.
We want to expose these corrupt activities. We want to expose the risks that otherwise we wouldn't know about. We want to have the government be transparent. We want to hold folks accountable. And we want the public to help us stop these dishonest practices.
And ensuring the public sector is acting in the public's interest. Nick Delgado, KUAM News.